Good morning, Cappuccino. Miss Castro here. Shout out to Alex, Catherine, Eddie, and Lisette for being on time every day to school last week. And I know you're watching this video now on time, 11 a.m. So let's get started. So notice for my warm-up here, my first 4 problems you're going to simplify, and then, oops, I forgot to put the directions for the last 2. The last 2 you're actually going to solve for x. Okay, so notice problem 5 and problem 6 have an equal sign. So these you're actually going to solve for x. Okay, so the first one is just combining like terms. The second one is you're going to use the distributive property to multiply. The third one you should probably rewrite and parse before you try and multiply it out and combine like terms. And the last one is extra tricky because we have parentheses inside of parentheses. So you want to simplify what's inside the parentheses first before you multiply by the 2. Okay, so on Friday when I made my video, I stopped right here and I made a second video with the solutions. But I'm going to go ahead and do the solutions with you right now, rather than making you click over to another video. So this would be a good time to pause the video, and do the work yourself. All right, I'm going to assume you've done the work yourself. Now I'm going to do it, and you can see how you did. Okay, so you should have done this already. Did you finish? Okay, Ana Clara? Did you finish this? Diana, terminé? All right, here we go. 5x plus 10x. Well, I have 5 groups of x plus 10 groups of x. Just combine like terms, I get 15 groups of x. So there's the answer to number 1. The answer to number 2, I'm going to write it again. I'm going to distribute. So 5 groups of x is 5x. 5 groups of 6 is 30, and I'm adding those together. And that's it. I can't do anything else. Okay, the next problem, problem number 3. This one I'm going to rewrite and parse. So I'm going to do 5 plus negative 3, parentheses, x plus negative 4. Now I'm going to parse it, underline, plus sign, underline, 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 and multiply, slash. So now I can see this 5 is done. I don't need to do anything else to that 5. But this can be simplified. Negative 3 times x is negative 3x. Negative 3 times negative 4, a negative times a negative is a positive. And I'll bring down my 5. Now, let's parse again and see if I have like terms. The 5 and the 12 are like each other. So I can do 5 plus 12, that would be 17, plus negative 3x. Now, we usually don't like having the x term second, so I'm going to use my commutative property to change the order and write negative 3x plus 17. Okay, the next problem, I'm going to rewrite 2 parentheses 3 times a plus 1 plus negative 5. And I'm going to parse, underline, 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 multiplication. But notice there's a lot happening inside the parentheses. So I'm going to parse again. I'm going to use a different color. Underline, 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 plus sign, underline, and multiply. And I am now going to ignore that 2, and I'm just going to simplify in here. So I'm going to distribute. So I get 3a plus 3 times 1 is 3 plus negative 5. Notice I'm not multiplying the negative 5 with the 3. It's not in the same term. Now I'm going to parse that again. I have like terms, the 3 and the negative 5. So I keep my 3a. 3 plus negative 5 is negative 2. I have more negatives than positives. Now I'm going to bring down that times by 2. So all of this is in parentheses, and I bring down my 2. So now I need to go one more step. I need to distribute. 2 times 3a is 6a. 2 times negative 2 is negative 4. Now this is like a problem in math space. And in math space, they don't like you to write plus and negative 4. They want you to rewrite backwards and change it back to 6a minus 4. So be careful in math space. Math space does not like plus and negative. Math space prefers that you write plus and negative just as a minus. Okay, so these problems are like the math space assignment number 7a. So now you should go work on math space number 7a. Math space 7a is like these 4 problems that we just did. Okay, the next problem in the warm-up, the next 2 problems are solving. Now these problems are like math space assignment number 7. And these get a little bit tricky because there's an x on the right side of the equation, and we don't like that. We want to move it. So I'm going to first rewrite, and then I'm going to go ahead and multiply this out. 4 times x, 4 groups of x, plus 4 groups of negative 9 is equal to x. Now, I do not like having that x on the right-hand side of the equation, so to make it go away, I need to do the opposite. It's a positive x, so I need to do a minus x. But if I do something to one side of the equation, I have to do the same to the other side. So I'm going to minus x over there also. So I have 4 x's minus 1x. That's 1x. 4x minus 1x is 3x plus negative 36 equals, oh no, what's left over here? X minus x is 0. Now I'm ready to solve. X equals 3x equals 3x. Again, just like math space, I'm going to go ahead and write this plus and negative as a minus. Just makes the solving a little bit easier. Equals 0. So what's happening? I have times by 3 and minus 36. So I have to do the opposite, plus 36, and divide by 3. So 0 plus 36 is 36. 36 divided by 3 is 12. Now, to check the solution, I'm going to plug it back into the original problem. So for my check, 4 times x is 12 plus negative 9. Does that equal x? Oh, x is 12. So I have to put it in both places for x. I have to put it in here and here. Now I can rewrite and parse. 12 plus negative 9 is 3. 4 times 3 is 12. Happy face. I got it right. Okay, I'm going to let you do the last problem without me. So the last problem is just like this problem, and I'm even going to tell you the answer. So the answer to number 6, and I expect you to do it yourself, the answer to number 6 is negative 10. Okay, so you need to do this problem, and when you do it, you should get x equals negative 10. But I'm going to leave that up to you. Okay, so your classwork now, for those of you who haven't finished it, is to make sure you finish Math Space number 7A. Math Space number 7A. If you've finished Math Space 7A, then you can go on to Math Space number 7. But I want to make sure everybody finishes math space number 7A today, Monday, March 16th. Okay, so this is for Monday. Then on Tuesday, I expect everybody to be working on this. Okay, if you don't see a number 7 or a number 7A, then you should probably send me an email if you can do that. Okay, I'll be looking out for your work on MathSpace. I miss you already. Don't miss me too much. See you later. Bye-bye.